Hey everyone, Mike here with Mannys, and today I'm going to give you 3 good reasons why the Arturia MiniLab Mark III gets my staff pick tick. Now, before we get into it, I'll just quickly explain what this product is. Maybe you're just starting out, maybe this is a gift idea, so let's quickly run through it. So the MiniLab Mark III is a controller and a software bundle. It gives you everything you need to get started making electronic music. From hip-hop to house music, it'll give you all the tools required to get you going. Now, this keyboard doesn't make sound on its own. Let's just clarify that. This is strictly a controller for music software or MIDI-compatible devices. And also, if you're wanting to record guitar or vocals or anything like that, then you'd actually need to buy an audio interface as well to get that outside audio into your computer. So I hope that clears that up. Feel free to ask me to clarify anything in the comments below. All right, the first reason why this is getting my staff pick tick is the inbuilt screen. This is currently the most affordable MIDI controller that we stock that has an inbuilt screen. And I can't stress enough how helpful a screen is on devices like this. There's a lot of parameters and settings that you can tweak on the actual device. It can control various parameters of the software that it comes with and other software. And then it integrates really nicely with Ableton Live Lite, the recording and editing software that it comes with as well. So having some kind of visual feedback that tells you what exactly the controller is doing at that point in time is really, really helpful. Just to quickly give a more specific example, this thing has an inbuilt arpeggiator, which is a really cool feature in itself for an entry-level keyboard. But there's heaps of parameters you can tweak. And to do that, you just go into the ARP menu. And now it says on the screen what all these knobs control in the arpeggiator settings. If I didn't have the screen there, I would have to be checking the manual and I would probably have to do it every single time I wanted to change a setting, knowing me. But now I can see straight away that that knob turns the ARP on and off. That one changes the mode, the time division, the swing, the gate, the rate, the sync source, and the octave range. So it's so much easier to have a screen on a device like this. And like I said at the top, this is the most affordable that we currently stock that has an inbuilt screen. Okay, the second thing I wanted to shout out is one of the software titles that it comes with, Analog Lab Intro, made by Arturia themselves. If you're not familiar with Arturia as a brand, they're a French brand and they got their start making software recreations of some of the world's most famous and widely loved synthesizers and keys instruments. Fast forward to the present and they have an absolutely enormous back catalogue of software instruments and they are unreal. So what Analog Lab is basically a greatest hits of all those software titles, from classic keys of the 60s, analog synths of the 70s, 80s new wave stuff, 90s trance stuff, orchestral sounds, all sorts of things. So Analog Lab is an amazing software instrument to get when you're just starting out, especially because it integrates so well with this little controller. Okay, on to our third and final reason for today, and that is to do with the connections this thing comes with. It has a proper MIDI DIN output on the back here, and this is a very unusual feature for an entry-level controller. This is great and really opens things up for you and potentially saves you a bunch of money. So this allows you to send MIDI information from your computer out to this port here into a hardware device. So let's say you pick up a drum machine and it doesn't take USB MIDI. And straight away I think of the Korg Volca range, which does not feature USB MIDI, only the old school connection like this. So in that scenario, you picked up a Korg Volca drum machine. If you want that to start and stop in sync with your Ableton project, then all you need to do is buy a MIDI cable. They're not very expensive. Plug it from there into the Korg Volca, and then it would start, stop, and play in sync with your Ableton project. So that's a wrap on today's video, guys. I think these things are a great value buy, especially if you're just starting out. But what is right for me may not be right for you. Be sure to check out the options. There's quite a few of these kind of products out there, and they all have their own pros and cons, you know? So head down in store to try a few if you like. Leave a comment below if you've got some questions. These are available at Mannys and Store DJ now to order. And thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you next time.